I'll just be fiddling around in the background.
Okie dokie. I don't know. This has got the new. Um, I think I'm live. I think I am.
It'd be good if we are.
Yeah. Well, better than the alternative to be dead, wouldn't you say? Right. Let's see. Am I live?
I'm just checking.
Facebook has changed everything.
You are live.
Cool. Facebook has changed absolutely everything. So I used to really know what was going on. Okay, live now. Andy, hi. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm not talking to myself. It's really weird. It has completely changed how it works. It's bizarre. It's totally bizarre. Anyway, good. Okay. Regina, found you in the end. Okay. Was that hard to find? Regina, can you do me a favor? No, we had terrible internet connection today. Where are you based? Can you do me a favor? How do I say your name? Is it with I as in I or E as in E? How do I say your name? You can just let me know. Is it Regina? I'm not sure. I hate to mispronounce people's names, so let me know how I would phonetically say your name. Okay, that would be great. But it's great to be here. What a wonderful day it's been. Oh my gosh, if you're in London or in the UK, the weather has been just incredible. What a strange time we are in. What an absolutely strange time we're in. And today's mission was all about the wealth thermometer, which I believe is underpins so much. It underpins just about everything that that we are and we do. Not because it's all about money. It's not that it's all about money. Like we trade, we're not necessarily just trading for the money. Because if you're just trading for the money, I promise you there's easier ways to make money. Okay? If you're trading for wealth building, if you're trading to create financial empowerment, it's very different to just to make money. And I think that's the biggest mistake that people make. Okay, let me just backtrack here again. All right, guys, it's day 1 of 7 days. All right, I go with the flow. In terms of what the topic is for that day, and whatever comes up for the coaching sessions, I'll just basically I'll speak about what I think is most pertinent. But what I'm going to want you to do, if you've got a question or a burning issue or something that you really want me to unpack about the day, about the day's mission, about the video we watched this morning, about the exercise you do, please put it into the comments area, because I will make sure I answer it. Okay. Other than that, I will just speak. Okay. And I must warn you, because I can talk. Man, oh man, can I talk? And I will just speak about the topic of the day. Okay. That's the way this will be for the next few days. Okay. So if you have actual specific questions, I want you to ask them now. Now's the time, because I really want you to get deep clarity on the mission for each and every day as we unfold, because I do believe the way I've created it is that it is layered. Okay, so they build on each other. Cheryl Williams, oh my gosh, hello, how are you? It's good to have you here. Cool. Sligo, Ireland, like a queen. Regina. Oh, that's beautiful. So you're in Ireland, Regina. I didn't know that. Wow. Okay, excellent. Brilliant. It's lovely to see some regulars doing it again. What I love is the guys that do it again and again and again. My love, Tiny, some people are trying to get into the group. Can you add them in? That'd be great. Perfect. There's some people trying to get in. All right. So where was I? Wealth thermometer. I promise you, the reason why the wealth thermometer is number one is that is the number one ingredient that you're going to need to master to create your wealth and to create your trading success. Okay. The reason it's number one is because everything that we do from now going forward over the next 7 days will stem from the power of what we do today. And everything we do everything we'll do from today until day 7 will have an impact on today. So like tomorrow, for example, what the mission is for tomorrow, you get clarity on what tomorrow's mission is. It will shift your wealth thermometer today. Okay. The single biggest reason there's not more people financially secure, financially resilient, and oh my gosh, right now, do you not think that we are in a situation right now where we are taking a look, we are looking at our life and we're thinking, is this where I want to be? How secure am I? How resilient am I? How adaptable am I? Where am I in my life? How much choice and control do I have? Now more than ever, I am totally and utterly delighted, privileged, and humbled by the fact that you were joining this 7-day Ninja Trading Challenge at this time. Because here's the thing, there are two types of people. There are the people that will get totally and utterly succumbed by the drama, the horror, the shock, the awe, and the panic of what we are experiencing right now. And they will contract, and they will weaken their immune system, and they will contract, and they will be going backwards. Right? No judgment. That's just what it is. That's what will happen. All right. Then there are people that will look at this situation and say, right, what can I do? What can I do with this situation? Because I have no control, but I have choice. I have choice every single moment of every single day that we are going through the next, I don't know how many weeks. None of us know. We have choice. We have choice in terms of where we put our focus, where we put our energy, how we self-govern ourselves, and what we choose to do with this time. We have choice. And right now, I did a webinar last night for one of the brokers in the UK. And that whole webinar was about how right now we need to increase our levels of self-awareness. Because unless you increase your level of self-awareness, you are driven by unconscious behaviors. And those unconscious behaviors are created and resulted based on belief systems, perceptions, and meanings that you have applied all through your life to circumstances, challenges, and situations that you've experienced. And what you have done is you have myelinated your brain, and the neurons in your brain, they have synaptically connected. You have responded to accordance with those beliefs you've developed. And as you've responded to those beliefs, they have built up proteins, and it becomes a natural way of life. And that is why when I say to you, can you put your hand on your heart and say, man, yes, I love money? I probably guarantee that a lot of you will say, can't do that. I have saw so many people over the past 18 months. Do you love money? Traders, do you love money? And so many of them say no, they don't. They cannot put their hand on their heart and say I love money. Why? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? And don't you think that your inability to say, hell yes, I love money, will have a direct impact on your ability not only to trade successfully, but also to build wealth? Do you not also realize and understand and appreciate that not only will that impact your ability to build wealth, but it'll also impact your ability to have a high level of self-worth? Because money, wealth is nothing but the physical manifestation of where you are and how you perceive yourself in your life. That's what it is. That's all it is. Money is nothing but a tool. We give it energy. We give it meaning. We give it a life form of its own that it doesn't deserve. Okay, that's the issue here. It's not about the money. It never is about the money. And if you're trading just for the money, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, you will not be able to sustain what it takes to be successful in trading. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Forever hold your peace. Does that make sense? I really need you to understand what I'm saying. It needs to make sense. It's not about the money. The money is the effect. All right? The money is the effect. It's what is behind what's driving your trading. It's what's behind that really matters. It's what's behind your vision for building wealth. It's when you're the cause of your effect. So when you are actually when you are clear about the why, when you're clear about what it is your vision is and what your agenda is, the money naturally comes. But when you are looking for just the money itself, what happens is that you will not do what it takes. It will not be enough to sustain you through the harder times, because you will constantly be looking for the immediate gratification. And that's part of the issue with trading, is that trading is generally taught as a get rich quick. All right, nothing wrong with get rich quick, but it pretty much doesn't exist. You know, maybe now and again as a miracle it might exist, but generally speaking, it doesn't exist. There's no such thing as get rich quick. But there's certainly no easier way to build wealth faster than you can with trading when you understand the laws of compounding. But in order to understand the laws of compounding, in order to sustain what it takes to compound your account, in order to understand and sustain what it takes to be profitable in trading, is not enough just to be seeking the money. It's about the bigger vision, the greater calling, the greater idea. What is your number? Why do you want to build wealth? Why are you trading? Because if you are looking just to make the money, and this is also a mistake a lot of people make when they get into trading, a lot of retail traders like you and me, when they get into trading, if you're looking for it as a way to make a living, it's extremely challenging. It really is extremely challenging. You're much wiser to get into trading, to look at it from the perspective as a wealth building activity, as a quiver in your arrow to wealth building, and not as a way to make your bread and butter every month from day one. My philosophy is, and in the tribe of traders, this is how we work, is that we have a number that we want to achieve in 5 years. And that number, which is as unique to every single one of us, and we'll cover more of that as the week unfolds, what that number is. And you will get clear on that, what that number is for you. What we get clear on what that number is, and that number is what will give us financial security in 5 years. So you extend your time horizon to build up to that, allowing for the laws of compounding to take effect. Because if you're a trader, you really need to understand the laws of compounding, because if you got into trading and think you're going to get rich quick, you don't understand the laws of compounding. And if you got into trading to think that you want to make money day to day to day, you need to have got into trading with a massive account. Okay. But if you got into trading with a small account and thinking you're going to make a living on it day to day, well, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for so many reasons. And one of those reasons is that trading is like a magnifying glass. It's almost like a magnifying glass. It shines. It's like putting a magnifying glass on ourselves. It highlights and magnifies all the cracks, all the foibles, all our weaknesses, and all the areas that we have insecurities. Why is that? It's because it's such instant feedback. Trading is that instant feedback more than anything else. You could build wealth in so many different areas. You can buy indices, you can buy stocks, you can buy properties, you can invest in companies, you can have your own business, you can save money in ISAs or 401s or whatever it is. And that slowly builds wealth or increases in value. And if it doesn't increase in value, you've got options to look at different ways of dealing with the scenario. But in trading, you don't. Either you're right or you're wrong. Simple as that. Trading triggers our predator prey, triggers our amygdala. All right. Now, most of the time, we live unconscious. So we are driven by our subconscious. We respond to our subconscious belief systems, which have been developed over many, many years of experiences, of meanings that we've applied to situation, and perceptions we have gained and garnered and gathered over the years. So we unconsciously respond, and that is exactly what happens when we sit down to trade. When we sit down to trade, we're not conscious, we're not aware, we don't understand what's going through our mind, we're not clear about what's going through our mind, we don't understand what's driving us or what's driving the dialogue that's going on for us when we're actually looking at the chart. But that is so vital. Now I'm going to backtrack here a little bit, okay? There's so much I need to cover, but I won't cover it all today, but over the next few days, I promise you I will. And most certainly, if you're not registered for day 7, you need to register for day 7, because day 7 is when I pull it all together. But I just want to backtrack. And I remember when I started off today, I said, I did a webinar last night. I'm trying to get the recording of that because I will post it here, and I really urge you to watch it. And the topic of that webinar for the broker that I did the webinar with was all about trading in this black swan event. Because make no mistakes about it, when we get through this and when we look back in it, this will be called a black swan event. It will be the black swan event of the bloody century. All right? Make no mistake. So I did a webinar essay about that, and I spoke about what we need right now more than anything is a high level of self-awareness. We need to be aware where we're putting our focus. We need to be conscious of what the dialogue is going on in our mind. Are we getting sucked into the drama? Are we getting sucked into the fear and the panic and the, oh my God, it's the end of the world as we know it and all that sort of stuff, right? It is the end of the world as we know it. Make no mistake. It is the end of the world. But you know what? It doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean it's good. It's just going to be, it's going to be different. When we get through this, life's going to be different. Not worse, not better. The only way it's going to be worse or better is accordance with how the meaning you apply to it. It's how you deal with it right now. You have a choice right now, a unique choice right now to decide when you get to the end of it, is the world going to be better or worse for you? And one of the ways in which you're going to do that is by increasing your levels of self-awareness. But not only that, it's one thing increasing your levels of self-awareness in terms of where you're putting energy, where you're putting your focus, what are you reacting to, what are the beliefs, what are the thoughts coming up for you. The other thing is self-governance. One thing having self-awareness, but then there's another thing having self-governance. So having a self-awareness, okay, right, so I'm getting sucked into this place. I'm going to allow myself to get sucked into this drama and feel apathy and feel hopelessness and feel overwhelmed and even possibly even rage about what's going on. But when you exercise self-governance, then you are, and the only way you can exercise self-governance that serves you is by having a really clear vision of what it is you would love your life to be. So you're not subjugating yourself to the noise and the drama that the outside agendas are trying to pull you into. When you have a powerful voice from within, when you know, when you're really crystal clear from crystal clear of what it is that you would love in your life, what your agenda is, when you just remain focused and clear about that, to the point where the voice of the inside drowns out everything of the outside, that's when you will be able to exercise tremendous self-governance in order to ensure that you focus on taking yourself forward powerfully. I spoke about this a lot last night in the webinar. And then I finished up by saying, the beauty, the irony of that, of where we're at right now, is everything we need to be doing right now in order to maintain an expanded state of being, in order to ensure that we're taking our life forward, is exactly what we need to be doing when we're trading. It is what I have been teaching, mentoring, and guiding our traders towards for the past 2.5 years. Nothing different, except exactly what we need to be doing now. And I have been telling the traders, I've been guiding, mentoring, and teaching and coaching traders for 2.5 years, telling them that what you're wise to do is increase your level of self-awareness, increase your level of self-governance, be conscious of where you're putting your focus, be conscious of what the beliefs are that are coming up for you, and understand what's driving those beliefs and deal with those beliefs in order for you to be able to trade powerfully, consistently, and constructively, and consistently profitably, right? Only now, and the one thing that I've always said is that's why trading is the gift that keeps on giving, because when you do that in your trading, it infiltrates to all areas of your life, and that is perfect, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, it powerfully changes everything. I have seen it so often with the traders. Their lives change when they simply do this for their trading. But the situation we're in right now, we're needing to do it for our own bloody sanity, right? If we don't do it, you're sucked into the apathy, the hopelessness, the despair, the fear of what's going on around us. I'm going to put it to you one thing. One of the things I'm going to leave you with is this, that beyond, without going into too much detail, and I can and I probably will over the next few days, okay? But one of the laws of the universe, one of the laws of nature is that you cannot have dark without light. You cannot have pain without pleasure. You cannot have gain without loss. There's balance in life, okay? There's 100% balance in life. Right now, it is so easy to get so succumbed and so absorbed in the drama, the challenge, the fear, the panic, the horror of what's going on. And I'm not saying that's not true. I'm not saying it's not there. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying, right? But it's so easy to get consumed and then to be polarized to thinking that that is what represents life right now. That's a lie. Because if you understand the laws of the universe and the laws of nature, where you cannot have one without the other, the equal and opposite of the other side, if there's extreme challenge right now, there is equally extreme opportunity right now. But guess what? If you're sucked into that dark place and you're consumed and spending your focus and energy in the dark place, you will not be able to see the opportunities. The only way you're going to be able to see the opportunities is when you pull yourself back into balance. And that is why we need to be very self-aware right now where we're putting our focus. And then once we've become self-aware, we need to have the self-governance to be able to manage where we put our focus, manage and focus on what it is that our agenda is, what it is that we would love, and what it is that we would love to create in our life. And now more than ever, there are 3 things that I'm going to ask you to do. 1, this is the time to reevaluate. More than anything, one of the exercises I get people to do when it comes to understanding what their vision is to imagine you're 98 years old and you're looking back over your life. You're sitting alone on your balcony, on your stoop, in your garden, on your rocking chair. You have your beer next to you, and sun setting. And you look back over your life and you look at what is it that you've achieved? What have you done? What have you created? Who's been in your life? What have you got in your life right now? What is your legacy? Who's in your life? Where are you? What does your life look like? What has your life looked like over the years? Now's the time we can do that. Because you know what? We have the time, right? We always crave time. Now we have the time. Now we have the time because trust me, this will pass. And like that, we'll get back into the fast pace of life again. Like crazy. We'll get back into it. Life will be different, make no mistake, but it'll be just as fast. But we'll get back into it very quickly. But now's the time. Time is your biggest asset. It's your most valuable asset. It's also your non-renewable resource. It's the only non-renewable resource that we have is time. So make the most of it. We also have silence, a lot of silence. Okay, there's a lot of silence. But the silence is being created because we don't have external distractions, right? We don't have as many external distractions. We don't have the pubs, the restaurants, the gyms, the socializing and all that. We don't have that. So we have the silence. And this is one of the things that we fear the most is that silence and being able to connect in with what's really going on inside of ourselves. Most people fear it. Most people are terrified of it. It is the single most powerful thing that you can do, the most powerful thing that you can master, the most powerful thing that you can learn about yourself is what's going on inside of you. There's nothing more powerful or empowering than that. But yet, the funny thing is, most people run from it because they're afraid of it. But what's there to be afraid of? Right now is the time to do it. Look within. What is going on inside of you? What is the voices of the inside? What is coming up for you? What are your beliefs? Look at your life. Are you where you would love to be? If you're not, why not? Understand that you're the cause of your effect. Most people hate that. A lot of people hate that. But there's nothing more empowering. If you truly accept the fact that you're the cause of your effect, there is nothing more empowering than that. Because when you understand that you're the cause of your effect, then you are bloody unstoppable. Most people subjugate themselves to outside circumstances and become victims of the history rather than masters of their destiny. And my call out for you, my challenge to you is to commit right now, today, this moment, to being the master of your destiny. Because right now, that is the opportunity that we have. And when you start to do that, that's when you start to increase your wealth thermometer. Your wealth thermometer is nothing but a physical representation of all the cumulative levels of beliefs, perceptions, and meanings you've applied to all the situations throughout your life. Right now, you've got the time and you've got the Ninja Training Challenge over the next 7 days to look at and face with real, raw honesty, self-honesty, to look at it and bear it all and say, right, what is it that I want to achieve in life? Why do I want to achieve in life? And what has stopped me until now? And whatever that is that stopped you, now's the time to deal with it. Okay. I honestly believe that we are in an incredible moment. We are in an extraordinary moment. Okay. And as much as you hear all the drama of the noise of the media, the CNNs, the Skies, and whatever, CBNs, whatever the ZBs are, whatever they are, right? There is equal and opposite opportunity. The most incredible businesses are going to be birthed in this time. The most incredible creations are going to be birthed in this time. The choice is yours. When we get through it, are you going to be on that road? Are you going to be part of that growth? Or are you going to be contracted and have to find your way back? I'm going to put it to you. Don't you think it'd be wise to be on the road to fly? At the end of it, now's the time to commit to it. And you're doing the 7-Day Ninja Challenge. What better time? Any questions, guys? Or if I frightened everybody away? Questions? Is anybody still there? Okay. All right, not a lot going on. Any questions? All right, so, Tiny.
Yes.
Who do we have that has...
We have a few people, actually.
I'll go. So, we'll do the draw. Should we do the draw? So I decided,
Right, so
I said...
the big bowl.
Oh my gosh. This is Tiny's bowl.
That's my bread bowl, actually.
That's a Tiny's bread bowl.
Okay, so there's the, where do we go? There's the tickets.
So everybody that posted, what was it? #day1 prize. Okay.
Are all in there.
All in there.
And they're now going into the big bowl.
Okay. Okay, so you can close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Open it straight away.
Okay. So we have Aston Henry. Aston Henry! Okay, so Aston, you win the there it is, there's his name. Aston, you win the Wealth Thermometer, the full program, okay, the full actual program of the Wealth Thermometer. Okay, so Tiny will get you set up with that. So Tiny's applying it to your account right now. So I don't know if you're on or what, but anyway. So Nolan, you're still here. Excellent. Regina agrees, a magical time for creation. Absolutely is. Absolutely is. So, anyone else got any questions? All right. So tomorrow is going to be really good. Tomorrow's going to be good. I promise you, it's going to be very nice. I love tomorrow. But then again, I'm biased. I love every day of the 7-Day Ninja Challenge. Okay, any other questions? No, it doesn't look like it. Excellent. All right, guys, I'm going to love and leave you. Have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Okay, take care. If they've got any questions, don't forget to put them in the group. And watch out for tomorrow's quiz as well, okay, for another prize. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.